Hello. Hello, hello. God, that was such a long week of just vacationing and beaching and whatnot. I don't have the chat up. I'm an idiot. I have it up now. There we go. Put it right over there. I also need to work on the little bit of the chat. I gotta log in? Oh, no. I'm on YouTube, right? Okay, I am. That would... Oh, well, yeah, I'm seeing all the stuff. Okay. For some reason, it's wanting me to log into here on OBS. Has it been that long that it needs me to log into OBS? Really? Oh, no, I don't know the password. That's the password. Fuck! It's asking me for clarification. No! It wants to know what fire hydrants... Oh, God. Did I get him? Is that a fire hydrant? That's a man. Is that a fire hydrant? I'm going to say that's a fire hydrant. More fire hydrants! Man, this is awkward. That's a traffic light. I almost clicked on a traffic light. Is that it? Man, that's all it had to say. Maybe go through like 3 different things of verification. My God. Goodness. All right. Now I officially don't see any of your stuff on here, but I guess I'll just have to look through the actual OBS. But hello, everyone. It has been a week since I've streamed, and I missed it a lot. I missed all of you a lot. It's been God knows how long, and of course it started off in a way that it, of course, would. Yeah, I guess OBS thought you've been gone too long. I'm going to have to ask you to relog back into Restream. So it gave me a whole thing of trying to, like, do things and, like, pick out these things to make sure you're not a robot kind of thing. And it gave me fire hydrants. I was like, ah. But all right. I don't know how long this will be. I am very wired and hungry as well because it's actually almost 6 o'clock. Because I also have a pay-per-view to watch tonight. So, we're going to just be doing a little bit of good old Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, random Woweurs. I might go through this. Where's the gameplay? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Nope, that wasn't it. Ah! Belgado's gone. Bitch! You don't see this. Hold on. There we go. Ah! I need to make it square. It's just like, it's been so long, I just got rid of everything. So yeah, we're going to keep actually this layout. I think I'm going to do what I did last time, because that was actually really fun last time. For those of you who do not know, last time, I actually... Hold on, I'm being stupid. Hold on. Why do I feel like I'm forgetting something? I'm forgetting something important. Oh, there I am. Okay, I guess I'm good now. So yeah, last time we did this. We did random Woweurs on this game, and I would continue to randomize until I got a character of mine that was already technically drawn out, or one I'm planning to get drawn very soon. Or redrawn very soon, because we actually have a decent amount that are going to be getting redrawn after these 2 new characters. Technically new. Not really so much new, but technically new. And there goes my mic. I was trying to tighten it. There we go. It's because I'm an idiot. That's what I need to tighten. Wait, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright, we're good. Perfect. Okay. That's it. So what we're going to be doing is, like I said, just what we did last time. I'm going to randomize the map. I'm going to randomize the... Alright, I guess we're going here. It's a big map, and honestly, it's one of my favorites. Also, sorry if you hear a fan in the background. We just got home, and it was not comfortable in here until we put we had someone come over and put the air on. So, yeah. Also, I'll be randomizing. Whoever I get is a character that I've had drawn out, or a character that I plan on getting redrawn. That'll be the one I talk about in this video. Or stream. God, it's been ages. Sorry, it's been a whole week. Toka. Who's Toka? I don't know who that is, so that clearly means they've not been drawn, so I'm going to ignore that. Chongpu? That's someone's Flame Lord Friday character. She's not drawn yet. Did I get a Jaya B, like, twice? What's up, 2K7? Oh, yeah, let me give the individual hellos. My God, I cannot speak today. Let me do this real quick. Ayane, Haruna, Nikki, Aiden, Ali, Lady, Sundere, Penny, Hana, Kudu, Shizuru, Kristen, Amy, Brandon, Jacob, Arcane, 2K Savage, Amenadiel. Hello to all of you people on the stream today. I don't know who Yatogami is, so I'm going to just probably nod and say sure. All right, we're going to get somebody. Hey, hey, hey. We got our boy Guang in the building. Oh, man, this is going to be embarrassing to show him. He looks terrible in this game. Well, depending on which Guang it is. All right, so for those, again, who don't know, for those of you who are new to this is what we do. So I am going to... actually, I think the image is technically still here. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, that's my at. Whoops. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I have to change it with this. So this is what we're gonna be putting on the screen in just a moment. I'm gonna be putting on Guang. Oh, that was the old Guang. We don't want that one. And we gotta. Whoa, the sexy man is all over the place. There he is. There he is. Hell yeah. Let me lock that in place as well. Yeah, my Twitch is normally a little bit more quieter than YouTube. Eventually. One day. Alright, so I guess we could just go into it. Yeah, depending on which Guang this is, I mean, all of them suck in my opinion because they don't have the good, handsome, devilish, and I do mean devilish, an emphasis, looks of Guang here. Also, there are some things that I actually would like to, not change with him, but like in terms of like his weapon in this game. I do want to get Guang drawn again, not to get redrawn. His design is, mwah, chef's kiss. But like have him drawn again with like a weapon, because I had an idea. Samurai Warriors 5 was the inspiration for Guang's weapon. Mostly because the story kind of panned out very well. Okay, so let's do this. I think that'll be good. Yeah. I think we got what we need. Stratagems, they have nothing. Guang, what the hell, bro? Where's your stuff, man? My God. There ain't nothing. We gotta do rain. It's gotta be gloomy. It's Guang after all. And for those who don't know about Guang, don't worry. This is why we're here today to talk about. Oh yeah, we don't need to worry about that because I'm playing my own music in the background. Yeah, okay, this one's passable for Dynasty Warrior standards. Nowhere near as good as the drawn HT Guang, but yeah, a little bit. Not too much of a new one. I mean, it's a new one, but it's like it's still a sword variety, but it's not exactly the one. Not this, I'll tell you that. Sakunyon, what's up? Welcome to the stream. But we're doing well today. But yeah, so for this Guang, not this Guang, but for my Guang, the one behind me, this one I actually want to have an Odachi for. Like a big old sword, an Odachi. I got the idea from Nobunaga, the young version of Nobunaga in Samurai Warriors. I thought honestly the Odachi would be perfect fit for him. Weirdly enough, Samurai Warriors 5 actually did kind of give me the vibes. I guess this is the reason why I like the storytelling of Guang and Hikari and Ember and all that. I love the story even that much more now because like it actually can feel like it relates to my characters in a way. I really feel like Guang ends up turning into Nobunaga. Hikari kind of feels like a Mitsuhide but with more direction in my opinion. No offense, Mitsuhide. I guess Ember would technically kind of be like Mitsuki, but at the same time she's not. Like she's way more serious than Mitsuki, and she's also pyromancy, and you know, she also goes through a lot of hardships. I mean, she's got a fucking scar on her eye from burning, so, you know, due to Foya. But let me talk a little bit about the man here. The man, the myth, the legend, Guang. So, I'm going to go right off the bat. This man, if any of you have been familiar so far with at least my main character, no, I'm not talking about the character at the bottom there, bottom left, which is me. No, not that one. The actual main character of my story, Light. I haven't shown him off too much, so that's understandable. That would be cool if we actually got him as well in this stream. If not, I mean, it is what it is. But, so for my main character, this is technically the mirrored reflection of my main character, so let me break it down a little bit. Also, again, bear with me. I'm very wired. I'm still very tired. This is not going to be a long stream. I'm going to try not to make it a long stream. So bear with me, because we went through a 4-hour-long drive in the car on this same day, so bear with me. So, Yuri, what's up? Welcome to stream. Hope we're doing well today. Orochi, welcome to the stream. Hope you're also doing well today. Finally got to catch a stream. Well, you came back at the right time because this is my first stream in a week. I went on vacation, made sure to plan out some recordings for everybody, so y'all could be entertained throughout this week. My alerts are going off, but not actually. Wait, what? Why? What? Oh, my alerts aren't even on this side. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm in pain. Hold on, let me fix this. Oh my goodness. Hold on, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Where's my alerts? There it is. I did not see who that was. I'm going to have to go to Twitch. I'm going to have to go to the Twitch dashboard. Ollie with the resub. Thank you very much with 8 flippin' months. Love you, Ollie. Thank you very, very, very much. I greatly appreciate it. All right, so now the alert should be popping up on the bottom right. Am I getting my ass whooped? Okay, so anyway, yeah. Back to my character. My bad. So... Better stop. You better not. Hang on. I'm about to lose the base. I'm about to lose the base. My base. You don't take this base from me. You filth. I probably cut out. Okay, so let me get back into this now. Yeah, I'm wired and tired, as you can clearly tell. That's one of the reasons why I like streaming around this time where I am feeling like that, because I'm just crazy. All right, real talk, though, real quick. So this character is from a different realm. So the realm that my main character, Light, is from is known as the Origin Realm. The realm that this character, Guang, who is the mirrored reflection of my main character, Light, is from, of course, the mirrored reflection, so it's called the Mirrored Realm. So there are similarities to Guang and Light, of course, because they are literally the exact same person, just from a different scenario. I mentioned this as well in my last stream, so if you want to see it more in-depth, then by all means go over there and check out the stream I did last week. It was literally, I think it was either the very last stream or second to last stream. But this character is basically, I'm not going to say he's the evil version. He's not. He's literally Light, but he is the antagonist in one of the parts of my story, Hybrid's Tale. And his story, along with him, Hikari and Ember, are probably my most well-written characters and storytelling characters that I've done ever in the story. It's honestly been that kind of thing. But so yeah, as I said, this one you could probably tell from his look and everything. He's an antagonist. He's one of the antagonists of my story, Hybrid's Tale, and he's a character that both him and Light eventually end up meeting one another, and they do come to blows with one another. So the boy ends up basically becoming someone who is... So Light himself has a lot of issues when it comes to humans. So again, for people who do not know, my story consists of different races and species. Of course, the races, I mean, that's basically a given. Species with Nitsu, who are basically people with human traits, but animal traits as well. There are Kaijima, which is basically just demon people, which is what Guang inherits and Light inherits. Who's Kuda? It's nobody. Don't even worry about it. That was something I made when I was not even caring about storytelling or anything. I was just like, I made like a little clan or something. It's not a new character at all. That's actually one of the oldest of characters. It's basically a generic Kaijima, basically, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's no one. That at first was my like Hellspawn characters until that happened. Also, this music's kind of fitting, honestly. I like the music as I'm talking about a dark character. Slightly dark. So, again, Light is someone who has a thing against humans, and these humans, because the reason is because these humans are, of course, they're racist, they're specious and everything, so Light, not a very big fan of these kinds of people. Watch out for my spirit bomb! Guang cannot do that in the story, by the way. That is not possible. But, like, if I were able to show off this Guang, like the Dynasty Warriors Guang and the other Light side by side, they're literally the exact same. One just has black hair, the other one has white hair. This one has a little bit more of a different kind of design to him. And I'll show him a little bit more off as well as we finish up this battle. I'll show off the entirety of the design. But yeah, so all the hate, not even the hate, just like the dislikes that Light has for humans, it really starts to manifest more into his Mirrored Realm version known as Guang. This one is someone who actually takes that hate and take it to a different level. Like, this is someone, instead of like Light, who is basically, you know, the good boy protagonist, who wants to get everybody together, let everyone live equally. Guang ain't about that. Guang is about literally just like, this is kind of like the kind of character, this is why I like Guang so much too, by the way. There was a moment in time where I wanted Light to actually become a protagonist who would eventually become an antagonist. This is actually where it came to be with Guang. Guang literally became that character for me, to where he actually does start off, if I had my own story for just Guang and Hikari, Guang actually would technically start out as a protagonist and then eventually become an antagonist because of all the things that happened to him. So the reason why it all manifests in Guang ends up becoming an antagonist, he wants to kill basically every single human because he is sick and tired of them. They are distrustful. They are, in his eyes, they are evil because of all the bad things they've done to the Nitsu, to the Kaijima, to all of them. He hates it all. And he hates being lied to by a lot of his close friends that are humans and everything, and people that end up betraying him and all that. He ends up basically, and that's why I like Nobunaga's story a lot from SW5 as well. This actually kind of goes into it, where like Nobunaga goes into his downfall. Same thing with Guang in a way. And that's why I really personally do like Nobunaga's story so much. But yeah, he just goes through a lot of like problems with like trusting others and people betraying him that are human. And then he ends up just having that thought process of, well, I can't trust any of these humans now. A lot of them are betraying me, so I think it's officially time for me to just wipe them off the map completely. So that is why, as I said, this is, like, Guang is that character that is just one half of Light. And eventually we'll talk about Hikari as well, because that is the other version of Light, who's basically the more lighthearted and more kinder version. And Guang's the more brutal and, like, harsher side of Light. It really also lets my character, Light, go in more depth by not him really taking part in, like, at least the main part of their storytelling or anything. It just shows, like, this is what could happen if Light actually did turn evil, basically. But in a much cooler way, in my opinion. It's, like, just not just that what-if thing. It's, like, this character goes into so much depth with everything. Oh, don't worry. I'm not talking about so much. I mean, I'm not going to go in depth of, like, all the, like, the new stuff that happens in Samurai Warriors. Like, the stuff I talk about in Samurai Warriors, especially in 5, is stuff that's happened in literally every single game. So it's not like it's anything news. Like, it just goes more in depth with the story and everything. So it's not like it's anything too different. But, you know, I won't like, spoil too much. But it really just, it's basically just that stuff. But yeah, so this character, I mean, I guess technically, yeah. No, yeah, well, Light, yes, definitely goes to character development. And I guess you could kind of say Guang does as well, because, like, he develops himself into an absolute, like, evil villain, basically. He does stuff that would even hurt his own family and friends just so he can make the dream happen. But he does it, he does all this stuff, and yes, it does look like I'm dying! Holy smokes! Don't worry, I got this. Watch this. Ready? What is this Muso, actually? Oh, I already did that one. I'm an idiot. But, yeah, but, like, yes, Guang does all that stuff to, like, hurt others, but deep down, no, not deep down. Sorry, again, I'm trying to, like, think through all this. Slagathor, thank you very much. I'm very, very happy to be back. But Guang does all this because he sees this as, like, he's doing good. Like, obviously he knows, it's like, he sees it as a necessary evil to get rid of the humans so every other species and race can live in harmony and not have to worry about it. So again, this is kind of like how Light sees, like, his goals. Like, he wants everyone to live in harmony. He wants everybody to live, like, peacefully, respectful towards one another. But he, at this point, because of all the bad things that happen towards him and the humans, that he's just like, I'm done with these humans. I'm going to kill them. I'm going to let everyone else have a good life while the humans all just die and perish. So that's the kind of mindset. Like, he technically still does have a mindset like Light, who wants everybody to live safely and happily. But at the same time, of course, it's a more darker path that even Light wouldn't want to do. So again, I don't want to go too far in depth with the character, but as I said, he becomes a main antagonist. He has literally the same characteristics as Light. He just has black hair, the red streak, and everything. Like, there's some differences. The black and white is supposed to, like, for Light, is supposed to specify Hikari and Guang. Like, he's just, like, gray. He's in the middle. He's neutral, basically, between the two. Ikari with the white hair is the one who's the good, and then Guang with the black hair is supposed to be one in the bad. So that's the kind of thing that I just wanted to, like, at first do with my character. Yeah, the end justifies the means. Exactly. That is perfect, right? That is the perfect means right there, yes. That's all he cares about is the end. So he doesn't mind becoming a villain to the humans, because at the end of the day, he sees them as like, well, I could be a villain to them, sure. They're gonna die anyway. So why the hell should I care if I'm gonna be a villain to them? I'm also being a hero to so many others who follow and believe in the same path as me. And there are a lot. Guang even manages to have so much more charisma than even Light, that he's able to get so many more people than even Light could comprehend to follow him and go through this plan of eliminating all the humans in his realm. That's literally just how it is. Oh, no, yeah. Guang knows it's pretty like, Guang knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he knows, like, this is evil. This is exactly how people would see it. It's me killing another race. It's killing another species, I mean. He's perfectly aware of it, but that's something he's perfectly okay with. He sees all these people that are becoming happy and hopeful because there's someone who's fighting against all this. And that's why Guang is, like, at that point where he's like, I can't turn back now. No matter how evil I look, I'm going to continue to do what I want to, or continue to do what I feel I need to, in order to make sure all these people have happy lives. So again, he, like, take that as you will. He could be, I don't know how that would be classified, if it's like anti-hero, anti-villain. I don't really know the specifications, because again, he has his moments where he's, you know, he shows his evil and more colder side, but you also see the parts in him that's just like, it shows that he's also has that, like, even though he's enveloped in a lot of darkness, there is a little bit of, no pun intended, there is a bit of light in his heart. That just goes to show what he's doing. He banishes emotion. He doesn't care about anything anymore, and he really just wants what's best for everybody else. So he doesn't mind becoming a demon for that. Oh, so we're basically doing what we did last time, Slagathor. Last time I streamed Dynasty Warriors at Empires, I'm going to be randomizing a character that has been drawn out, or one I plan to have drawn eventually, or have one redrawn. So that is basically what I'm doing. Yeah, so this is an OC, technically OC, but it's actually a legitimate character as well. Like, yeah, I mean, OC, it counts as a legitimate character. But this is a character that I plan to have in a story. I'm making a story where it literally is 3 parts. And for those of you who have been following this since the beginning, I did mention, of course, that there are multiple parts, but there are main 3 parts of this story. One is actually from a character that we're going to have drawn out next. I just got to finish up the ref and then give it to Alley Cat. And then, so that's going to be of one, and then there's going to be of Light, and then there's going to be one of Maiko. So it's going to be split into 3 parts. I mentioned the main character for the first story. So the first story is actually going to be focused on Light's father, Azura. The second story is going to be focused on Light. Both of those characters, the era around that is basically around the Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors kind of era. And then it starts to go more and more as we get into the next story, the third and final story, which is Maiko. It literally goes from her being a child all the way to an adult. So it goes from, like, and this is the thing, this is where I put, like, other realms into play to make it so, like, technology goes up even quicker than normal, because they literally go from, like, a steampunkish kind of era in Maiko's story all the way over to the modern day times where, like, Light would have grandkids and whatnot. So, like, it's a lot, but once I actually, like, get more in depth with the story, you'll be able to see. So let me show off Guang real quick as well, and then we can move on to the next one. He's this one. But please, mercy. I gotta... By the way, these arms here, they're not just, like, armor or anything. These are actually Guang's arms. So he is also part dragon. He is part of the dragon. So these arms here is basically what also just... By the way, he's known as the Blood Dragon, or the Dragon of Blood. So, as you can see, there's, like, little bits of blood across down his arm and everything, and just, like, the dragon, the black dragon-like arms on him. So that it's part of it's, and you can, like, in the little horn and everything right there too. It's showing him just, like, yes, it's him getting stronger, but it's also kind of in a way showing his corruption as well, which eventually why he ends up becoming known as the Dragon of Blood, or the Blood Dragon. All right, so let's go on back into invasions. You need any beta readers? Then give me a call. Shit, I'll do it. All right, it's time to randomize again and see who we get next. For now, we're going to keep that hot man right there, Guang, on there. Bloody dragon. Hup! Oh, man. Alley Cat and I were literally just talking about what characters we're going to be doing next, and Ayaka actually is one, but I actually do want to hold off on Ayaka, so we're not going to do that. Scene! My boy! Wait, which version is this? Let me make sure I get the right one as well. He's down here. I know I put like, yeah, we'll do that one. Perfect. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna randomize the map again. Booyong! Yeah, we'll get into Ayaka one day, I promise. But for now, no, we ain't doing it. I can't do it yet. I want to get her drawn out first, and then I'll go into depth with Ayaka. Yeah, we get our boy Scene. So here comes, wrong one. Here comes my personal favorite character of all of the story. Honestly, it's actually between him and Guang at the moment. I'm not even going to lie. In terms of all-time characters, him and Guang are definitely up there in my faves. They're probably like neck and neck at number 1 and 2. Where's my boy? Hey, there he is. There he is. Yes. So is this story like a DW fanfic, or is it legitimate original? Original. Completely original. There is no historical factors into this at all. None at all. This is completely supernatural and also original. Like, this is all just from my head. Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors has nothing to do with this game. Or with this game. With this story of mine. It was inspiration because at first I was like, I kind of want to make a story of my own where I can make my own characters and like have them around a Warriors time. And then it developed itself into 3 parts. One, it goes through, let's see, Azuda, Light, his son, his grandson. It goes through 4 different eras of characters. Azura all the way down to his great-grandson, Yota, who one day I'll show off. What's yeah, let's go into it with my boy. By the way, I did change up a little bit of scene as well. In terms, like, trying to give him a little bit more of the same feel that he does in this one. I gave him a katana in this one because he basically has one in the store in my story. We'll give him the Void. Yeah, let's put in the Void. The Void looks cool. I like the Void. What's this one? Oh yeah, we're not doing that one. All right. Let's see right there. Appreciate it, Slagathor. There's been so much work being put into this story. The amount of like time, heart, sweat. I'm not even kidding, tears, because it's. I'll get into tears as well as I talk about scene. I'll get into that. All right. By the way, this is what I put Scene with in this outfit. Kind of like how his Hybrid's Tale one is, a half-worn kimono and all that kind of stuff, and the katana as well. So it felt like it actually is kind of like Scene-like in this. So I decided to go with this. No, Suzaku's been drawn. We actually showed off Suzaku in the last stream. The last DW stream. He was one of the ones I talked the most in depth with. But yeah, Suzaku's been drawn out. Hayate's been drawn out. Scene, obviously. Chenshun, Light, all of them. All the main boys have been drawn out. Mate, you thought of this in your head? Oh, no, yeah, 100%. Like, a lot of this has been just from the noggin. I kid not. Like, I've been busting ass trying to make this story actual thing. Like, busting my ass in terms of just like thought process, planning out characters and like their designs, the story and everything. The story is basically at this point completely set in stone. I forgot stratagems! Okay, I'll still kick their ass. New York bestseller? I don't like that, my apologies. So here's the thing. I am someone who is very ambitious, and I've always been told to go big or go home. Not only do I plan to make this a I want to eventually make this a novel, but at the same time, I also want to make it to where it's its own anime. I kid not. Maybe even a video game. Hybrid's Tale Warriors? Oh wait, Tecmo, where are you? I just need to make sure it's a coherent script if I ever were to do that. That'd be kick-ass though, dude. Okay, so anyway, let's get into the character. My bad, sorry. I was just thinking about all the stuff now. And then I'll get into the whole tier part as well, like the tiers. But yeah, so this character right here is one of the main characters in Hybrid's Tale. This is Light's, my main character, Light's rival. This man is purely 100% human. He does not have kaiju in him. He does not have ninsu in him or mystic, nothing of the sort. He is a full-blooded 100% human. But his power is unlike any other human. No, he does not have anything crazy or unique about, or, well, I mean, he does, but not like anything like, oh my god, this kind of human is, like, rare. But, like, no, like, this is someone who has literally just busted his whole entire body in order to get where he is in terms of his strength. This is someone who is the speed, strength to match that of one of the strongest characters in my story, even the main character, Light, oh, and this isn't really much of a spoiler. At the beginning of this, Scene is actually in a level above Light, and then they eventually basically steadily like stay along each other most of the time. So this is someone who's been able to keep up with one of the most powerful types of like living beings. So Light is a hybrid. He is a mixture of mystic, human, and dragon, which is basically, at least in my story, a demon / kaijin. And Scene is able to keep up in terms of the strength and speed of that. That just shows us how crazily dedicated this man is of doing... I guess you can kind of say that. Yeah, I mean, like, he's able to... Like, take it this way. Batman's able to like, do things in order to make it so he's, like, at the same level as Superman. So, Scene technically is like that. I mean, he doesn't have any, like, roundabout to it. He's literally just someone who completely busts his ass. He is one of those few humans, though. So this is the thing about humans that actually make it so they are at the same level as these kinds of characters of like Light and Guang and all them that are like part dragon, hybrids and everything. Scene is one of those humans. Well, let's put this into perspective first. So we always know about how like humans are not like in real life. We're talking real life right here for a second. Now, humans aren't always able to reach 100% of their potential with their bodies and their minds and their brains and whatnot. I basically did something like that as well, but in terms of that, I decided to do it with the entirety of the body with, let's take Scene for instance. Scene is that character who has pushed himself beyond past human limitations. He's able to do things that, like in terms of strength, speed, and all that, he's able to do stuff that regular humans normally cannot do. He slowly starts to actually get more and more stronger, and it eventually actually makes it because he is so strong and because he is so like just above other humans and at the same level as like dragons and hybrids and whatnot. He actually ends up getting the nickname of, and I'm still the nickname. It's still like. The title that he gets is canon, but, like, I don't know. I'm still working on, like, the name of the country that they start in. I remember calling it Seiki, but for now I'm not 100% certain on that, and I'm going to probably, like, still think about that as I keep going on. But for now, this man, just because of the level he is at with dragons and whatnot, he is known as the Wyvern of Seiki. So the reason why I do that, I know Wyverns are technically classified as a class of dragon, and then I was looking it up. Because I was like, I wonder if there's a way to make it so, like, Scene is, like, maybe, because Light eventually gets the title of Dragon of Jigoku. So I want Scene to basically have something like that as well. So, like, for you Dynasty Warriors fan, you know the whole saying with, let's take Wu and Wei, for instance. You know how they always say that Gan Ning has, or no, Wei has Zheng Liao, but Wu has Gan Ning. That's basically this kind of thing I wanted to do with this story as well, or with these two characters, just to show how much of a rival Scene is to Light. So, Light, who is later on in the story, who is known as the Dragon of Jigoku, which is basically the build-up to Hybrid's Tale to become that, Scene ends up becoming the Wyvern of Seiki, which is the original country that they were all in. Just to show just how much of a level they are, like, between one another. So the reason why I picked that is because I did notice that there are different classifications of a dragon. They mentioned that there was one thing, Like, of course, the Wyvern is the one that a lot of people are mostly more acquainted with, because they're the two-legged ones with the wings and all that, and they're actually more built for their speed and everything like that. And then there's the one that's called True Dragons. True Dragons are the ones, apparently they have like 4 or 6 legs on them. I think it's 4 legs. And they're not as speedy, but they are definitely more on the power variety, which is why I ended up calling Scene, or at least titling him as a Wyvern, because he has the basically strength that a dragon normally would, which is, again, unheard of for a human to do. And he has the speed to outmatch someone like Light, which is why I decided to go with Wyvern and let Light be considered known as the classification of a true dragon. That's why I ended up going with something like that. Is there a personal history between the two? The two basically meet at the very beginning of the story. They don't really, they do know each other from the beginning of, even during Azoda's story, which is the very first story. The main story is Hybrid's Tale. I don't know what I'm going to be calling the, Azoda's story yet, which is the one before Hybrid's Tale. Because, again, there's 3 parts. It's covering up 4 generations of characters, so bear that in mind. But, yeah, they know each other as kids. They were never really close. Scene as a kid, was always very, cold and distant towards a lot of other people. At times, he would be a little bit more kinder and everything, but most of the time, he would be kind of cold. I mean, you can even tell from expression right here on the screen. He's basically that kind of character that has, he seems distant. He seems cold. He seems, that cool and collected kind of character. That's literally what Scene is, basically. But he's also someone who has a deep hatred for another specific character that I've never revealed yet, and I will eventually, as if I ever get him drawn out. I have no idea if I'm ever going to yet. But he will be one eventually, but he is someone who I don't care too much about, so he can be way further down the line. But he has, Scene himself has a history as to why he ends up becoming someone who becomes colder and more, distant towards other people. I wouldn't really say he's Mitsuhide. Scene actually does be... So, this isn't much of a spoiler, but Scene actually does become the first, technically, the first major antagonist into Hybrid's Tale, especially for Light. He's basically... I would kind of say he's more like the Vegeta of, Hybrid's Tale. Except, he's actually able to keep up pace with his rival. No offense, Vegeta. Yeah, I guess you could kind of say edgy. Yeah, I guess you could say he's that kind of edgy character, yeah. I don't really normally like using that term, but I guess that does kind of work in the way for Scene. But, yeah, those two, they have a small history of knowing one another. They're both kind of people who have always butted heads, him and Light, but... So, they never really got along super well, but then there is a point in time where they actually do become, oath brothers in the story. So it just goes to show that, Scene eventually becomes an antagonist, and then he eventually becomes, even closer friends with Light, and they basically become, the closest of, brothers and whatnot. Scene literally becomes, later on in the story, that brother figure that Light did not have because of his past. Yeah, see, I kid not, actually, Scene really doesn't take L's. I actually know. There's only one instance where I think he takes, maybe 2 L's, and then the rest of the time, he's normally killing people. And not in a mean way, an actual, heroic way. He's basically that. Yeah. He's basically Vegeta who just doesn't take L's. That's actually a great interpretation right there. Yeah, actually, yeah, Yuri. Actually, that's a good one right there. Yeah, he's basically the Sasuke to Naruto. In a way, yeah. That's actually a really perfect way of putting it. Again, I don't want to go too in-depth with all the characters. I could yammer, trust me. I could yammer on and on about these characters, but I ain't gonna try to go too crazy with it, I don't want to spoil too much. Because I also want to put these into video format eventually sometime in the future. Oh yeah, Vegeta's always destined to be behind Goku. And that's the thing, too. That doesn't make, no offense to Vegeta, but I'm a Vegeta fanboy. I am, but I also see the fault in the character. And that's not Vegeta's fault. It's the writer's fault. They just disrespect Vegeta for some reason. They're like, oh, check out this cool new form he got that even Goku doesn't have. And he lost. That's just how it is. It's unfortunate, but that's how it is. For Scene, however, all the way up to the end of the story, him and Light are literally equals in terms of strength and everything. There is actually something that I do that actually makes it so Scene and Light are completely even in terms of their strength. That's the kind of, like, rival that you need to make. There's someone who's always equal or maybe just a little bit ahead of the other, but then they eventually catch up. Like, it's literally just like them just constantly just going back and forth. That's a rivalry. And I always see people do this as well, and this is kind of where, like, the inspiration came in. So I was like, all right, this is how this went, and then this went that way, and all that kind of stuff. So at first, I mean, technically at first, Sheena's the one who keeps kicking Light's ass. Sheen doesn't see a rivalry in Light. Sheen is literally that kind of person who sees his Light as beneath him. Until Light actually does surprise him one day, and then that happens. Full Metal Dongo, well, thank you. I was about to say, welcome back. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. It was a heck of a vacation, but God, am I glad to be back. I still got 2 days off, thankfully, before I have to go back to work, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I don't know what's happening tomorrow in terms of streaming. If I don't have any plans tomorrow to stream with, like, for Dead Space, I'll try to do something else as well. Like, I'm just in the mood to just do stuff. But, yeah, it's... We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'll probably do, like, a little mini stream Monday, and then we'll slowly start getting back into the groove. But yeah, my bad. But yeah, so as I said, like, Sheen really does become that kind of character at first who's like, Light's not on his level, and he's not. At first, Light is definitely not on the same level as Sheen. But once Light actually gets a proper teacher like Sheen did, they actually do become perfect, like damn near perfectly even, just with Sheen being a little bit tougher. So the inspiration I kind of got from that, because like when I normally see rivalry, yeah, I normally think of like the typical anime rivalry between Naruto, Sasuke, Goku, Vegeta, and I normally at the time started thinking normally of like Goku and Vegeta. But then there was another rivalry, a brother rivalry, and I'm sure some of you might know where I'm going with this, with Virgil and Dante, and they actually did, like, I still remember they went back and forth with their fights, like in terms of like who won this, who won that. Virgil at the end of DMC 5, I think, was actually like, I think Dante ended up beating him in a small little duel at the end of the game, and then Virgil was like, "What are you talking about? We're like this number and this number. We're even." Like, that's the kind of thing I'm like, oh shit, they're like actually keeping score and like being even and whatnot with their stuff. That could actually work with my characters as well. Like, make it like not the fact that they're keeping score, but like it's always a back and forth kind of rivalry. Like, it doesn't have to just be like, oh, I beat you, and then it's over. Like, no, these are two who are constantly going back and forth between like who's the better one, who's the weaker one, who's even and stuff like that. Oh, you're trying to be a writer as well, Slagathorpe? Well, damn. What you doing for writing? Looks so stupid. I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it right. I know I'm not doing it right, but it's still funny to look at. But yeah, I guess that's as much as I want to talk about Sheen for now. Like I said, like, I gave a little bit of a description for him. He's a character who will last a long time. A very, very, very long time. Have I seen Fate? No, I've really only played the game of if you're like the anime, like Fate Extella Link. That was the one I played, and I haven't really actually seen the anime yet. People have recommended it to me, but I don't know. I'll consider it. Maybe if I'm like watching it with a friend or something. But I don't feel like I could watch it by myself. Wait, why'd I do that? That was so stupid! Damn it. Yeah, once this battle's over, I'll show off the next design. Or show off the next design. Show off his design a little bit more so people can take a look at him. Story sounds really cool. You should totally do videos on it. I know I should. Like, the thing about me is, like, for me, at least at the beginning, like, this is actually really helping me leaning towards doing it. But, like, these streams are really helping me towards it. But this was actually the main purpose of me doing this channel. It was to, like, make it so I can, like, show off and promote this story and whatnot. But then I just started having a lot of fun with streaming and like doing all this stuff and like video making, streaming. I'm getting my ass destroyed. I can't move. Get away from me. Fiends, the lot of you. Try to block this. And I'll try to block this. There we go. Good Lord in heaven. Gotai's wave attack is better than it has a right to be. But yeah, so it's mostly just me being anxious and shy. But these streams have been really good, and I want to do these more often because a lot of you seem to like it. I thoroughly enjoy it, so I might do these some more. And then I'll start, like, as I get more and more confident with it, I'll do stories. I'll do my videos on it and stuff. Because I did start off with doing it for, like, a couple months back, but then I stopped again. Because my anxiety kicked in for no fucking reason whatsoever. Alright, let's change the fucking song. Good lord, this is so depressing. It's so good, but it's so depressing. Just in case anyone's curious, Singularity by Persona 5 Strikers. I have been playing that during my vacation, and god damn is it fun! Also, let me add this to the playlist. Where's my... There it is. Where is the playlist? There it is. God, that was getting depressing. Oh, okay. We'll do this one. Yeah, we're beating to it. Yeah, that was Singularity from Persona 5 Strikers. I kid not. When I first heard that song, I actually, like, my eyes were open so much. I was like, this doesn't sound a lot like Persona 5 stuff. But it's probably my favorite song in the game. It's probably also part of my favorite, like, palace/jail. So good. It's short, but it's very sweet. Okay, we got Chang Sha, so I'll randomize. Nothing OG at the moment. I've been praying with fanfics and whatnot. I haven't completed much, though. I was on deep writer's block, and I'm recovering. I'm a recovering procrastinator. So people will know me for my passion. Absolutely. Hey, as long as people are knowing you for the passion of it, that's what matters. You're a Dynasty Warriors generic. Gross. Nope, you're not a character. Nope, not doing that one. I need to get rid of that one, actually. That one doesn't even exist anymore in the canon. That's not him. Aoi. Nope, nope, not doing that. Okay, I don't know who the hell that is. We're gonna get some... Sheena! Let's make sure it's the right one. It wasn't. I'll do that one. Oh, we got Benita on here, too. Yeah, I need to change back to her long hair. I forgot to do that last time. Oh, dude, we got Nobunyaga as the commander. Hell yeah, dude. All right, we'll rock with this. All right, it's time to get that beauty up on the screen. Let's get that brunette-haired beauty. Where is she at? All the way down the list because she's in the S's. We'll do this one. Oh, I didn't show off this the scene design. Hold on. Heads up. It's going to be big. That's what she said. What am I, a child? Yes. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I can just do this. Fit screen. There we go. There's scenes design, by the way, in case anyone was curious. Might give him a little bit of freshening up, but honestly, this design is still friggin' dope to me. It's still one of my favorites. But there you go. There's scene. And now it is time to talk about this brunetted beauty. This girl went through some hit and miss. Forgot to add, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm very precise to a fault. So, like, what kind of, like fanfic and stuff do you do? Well, we already talked about Benita in the last stream, so it is all Sheena time. All Sheena time. Anyway. We'll do Distraction. Make this girl stupidly fast. Yeah, we got a beauty alert. Beauty alert. Cutie alert. This one, honestly, don't expect anything, like, sad or anything too crazily serious with this character. This character is one of my favorites because she's honestly one of the most purest of characters in the story. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, yeah, we never changed it to the thing. We'll do snow. We're not going to make it a blizzard, though. That'll drop the frames like no tomorrow. Yeah, we should be good. All right. Time to talk about this brunette, two-eyed, colored beauty. Heterochromia, that's the word. So this is actually what she originally looked... Well, not completely what she originally looked like, but when I first showed her off in on my channel, this is what Sheena ended up looking like. If this stupid text will go away... There we go. She actually had black hair, completely white and black design with that little bit of a pink bow right there, or whatever the hell that is down at the bottom. Yeah, this is... I kid not, this was actually one of my very first creations in Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires. One of my very first. I always wanted a girl with heterochromia. This was before the story even came into, like, a thing, but she was actually one of my driving forces to make this story a thing. As you can see, she's got the heterochromia as well, red, blue. As you can also see on the art there, red, blue. Oh, yeah, she adorably hot. That's the purpose. So, she's actually the main character, Light. She's not him, but she's actually the wife of Light. She's one of the wives of Light. Well, let me rephrase that. Let me phrase this a little bit better. She is the wife of both Light and Haruna. Yes, there's a three-way marriage, and it's all mutual, all three ways. That literally just goes to show how pure the relationship is going to go. So let me get that out of the way real quick. So, yes, as I said, she is a wife to two characters. All three of them, Light, Haruna, Sheena, all three of them are in a marriage where all three of them mutually love one another to death. They literally mutually in love. Not just, oh, I love you. Like, no, they are mutually in love with one another. Ah, you bitch! So it's a completely mutual thing. It's not a harem thing. It's not where, like, they're gushing over the main character or anything. This is literally purely all three of them in I honestly even kid not, a completely pure love relationship. But out of the three, Sheena is definitely the most motherly. She's also the most innocent. She's also the most lovingly out of the three. Haruna being the most mischievous one, being the most chaotic one. Light kind of being in the middle of them in a way. Like, he could be mischievous basically just like Sheena. Or not Sheena, just like Haruna. But he also has his moments where he can help take care like how Sheena can and everything. But most of the time, it's going to be Sheena who is the most responsible of the three. Oh, that was only Fire Strike. I'm an idiot. But yeah, so all three of them, like, there's nothing awkward about it. There's nothing like you know, kind of like stupidly kinky or anything going on. Like, as I said, there's no harem or anything between like the three. It's all just mutual love. Like, all three of them literally eventually tend to love one another. That's literally their relationship. There was a similar thing I was thinking of doing for the Mirrored Realm characters as well, and I'll get more onto Sheena in just a minute. I don't know why, like, and I hate that I even thought about that, but I have to be honest, because, like, part of me is still leaning towards it. But, like, at the time, not a I guess three-way like that, yeah. I mean, technically, Sheena and Haruna both end up having kids thanks to Light, so take that for what it's worth, I guess. But I don't really show any of that kind of stuff. I don't show anything kinky, like, at all. Like, they're literally just meant to just have this kind of love for one another. Like, that's basically how it is. It stays pure mostly throughout the entire time till one of them gets a little older and more mature, a little bit too more smug, and yeah. I'm not going to mention of the three, but I'm sure you might be able to figure that out for those of you who are familiar with my characters. But no, like, there was a part of where I was tempted to do the similar thing with the Mirrored Realm characters as well, because There was Lian Suo, who is the Mirrored Realm version of Sheena. There's Aki, who's the Mirrored Realm version of Haruna, and then Hikari, who is the Mirrored Realm version of Light. One of the Mirrored Realm versions of Light. I was thinking of doing that basically kind of like 3-person marriage relationship, but like, and there's nothing, and I have no issue with like it being boy with boy. That's not my issue. That's not the issue in the slightest, honestly, because I actually do have relationships like that in the story. Like, a lot of the stuff that might seem like, not even, like, I don't even want to say it's controversial because it's not. It shouldn't be. That's the thing. Like, it is, but it shouldn't be. I know those kinds of things that, like, people, like, think of, like, boy-on-boy relationship, girl-on-girl relationships. All of that actually is a thing in my story. There's other things as well that, like, I want to be able to, like, send good messages to. That's the reason why I do it, because, like, it's one of those things, like, I don't want to say it's controversial because it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. No, I do not draw. I help design the characters, but the one who draws them is the amazing Alley Cat. They are down in the description, by the way, if you want to go check them out. And go follow them on Twitter. I was about to say Twitch. Go follow them on Twitter. Give him the plug. But, like, I think, I'm sure, like, I don't want to, like, dig myself in a ditch here and be like, oh, God, what did I say? I'm digging myself my grave right now by saying that. It's stuff that, like I said, it is controversial in real life, but it shouldn't be. And now, and like, that was why I hated my own brain when I was saying, like, I don't know if I should have done, like, the way I did it with, like, the Mirrored Realm characters. The way I feel, because the weird thing is, I don't mind it being, like, Haruna, Sheena, and Light all together, but for some reason I'm hesitant towards doing it with, like, the 2 boys and the 1 girl. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that at all. As long as it's, like, a mutual love, that's the kind of thing I'm just like, okay. Like, there's nothing wrong about it. They're all mutually loving one another. It's not like it's anything harem-like, which I feel is way too overplayed and very annoying. But, like, I don't know. Something about it just made me kind of hesitant. And I don't know, and again, I don't know why, and I don't like the fact that I felt hesitant on it. Like, I've been leaning more towards doing that, but at the same time, like, maybe I could make it so, like, never developed to begin with. I don't know. Like, that's the kind of, like, I've been struggling with it. Like, the relationships and, like, personalities and everything basically are kind of the same. Hikari basically being that similar kind of person to Light. But at the same time, she kind of has, like, that take care, motherly kind of, like, attitude as well that Sheena has, even though they're not the same person. And Sheena kind of, like, inherits, or... And now I'll Muso, because I'm panicking. Panic, Muso! Bitch. I don't know. It's just, it's something I'm still trying to think too much. Like I feel like I'm thinking too much about, but I still feel like I need to give a little bit more thought. It's not because I'm worried about, like, it's just my own thought process, and I don't know why I'm thinking like that. And I hate that I am. Because, like, love should be able to blossom in any single way. Well, in a way that's legal. Let's say that. In a way that's legal and not frowned upon, like, not through, like, means of, like, oh, I don't like that kind of, like, love relationship. I mean, like, ones that are, like, legal and, you know, that should be allowed to happen in terms of, like, age. Let's say that, I guess. And not forced. That's the kind of thing I'm trying to say here. Sentoyen in his DW6 outfit. I don't know. I hope I'm not digging myself, like, in a ditch here or something by saying all that. So I'm not trying to, because I do respect all that kind of stuff. But anyway, getting off topic, or getting back on topic with Sheena, for instance. Let's talk about a little bit about her family. So Sheena actually is the daughter to one of the main characters in Azuda's story, who was actually one of my very first ever characters, Chiuski. He was a character that I would, like, never really had, like, a legitimate look for yet. And no, I don't even have a design for him yet. That's actually really sad. He was one of my very first ever created characters ever in a video game, because I always used the name, and I always, like, he was one of the very first I would ever draw out, and I have yet to ever give him the time of day with his drawing. Need to be 6-inch Twin is cool, except for his weapon. Light's a Chad? No, he's not a Chad. Again, it's a mutual relationship between all three. He's not someone who's like, haha, I got 2 things of the meows. I'll say that. You all know what I mean by that. That's not his thought process. He's just like, all right, I just dig these two other people. I love them to death. I love them purely just out of just that. Yeah, no, like, none of that. None of that. None of that thought in his mind. Like, haha, I got two sweet babes. Like, no, he's just, I love him. I love him to death. He's just, like, that's the thing. That's why I don't want it to be like that kind of awkward, like, harem attitude that anyone gets, like, from either of them. Like, it's just like, no, I just love them. They're my everything, basically. I love both of them to death. That's the thought process of all three of them. No, I know you're joking. It's all good. Don't worry. It's just that one always gets me a little anxious when I bring up the fact that, like, these characters are in a three-way relationship, and I'm just like, it's always like, because, like, sometimes I know those kinds of relationships can be, like, frowned upon unless it's, like, brought up in a good way. Like, I feel like if it's the way that I'm doing it, it's okay, but I still get a little anxious about talking about it. I know I shouldn't. Fuck! I'm in pain! Wait a second. Sheena's got one of the best Musos in the game. Oh, hell yeah. I'm ready for it. And we'll probably do one more battle after this, because I need to get ready for some wrestling later tonight. But, okay, yeah, real quick, let's just do a little bit more about Sheena, and then we can be good to go. So, Sheena, as I said, she's the daughter of one of the main characters to Azoda's story, as I said, Chiuski, and she is also the younger sister of one of the main boys of Light's story, Shun. Die, you fool! Keep it going, keep it going. Oh, I ruined it. I hit the wrong thing. I had concentration again like a fool. How is this man not dead? Unbelievable. Oh, I can't Muso. Yeah, I know I shouldn't worry about it. It's just my anxiety for some reason that just pops in. Because I always feel like I need to, like, touch on that specifically. But yeah, no, she's, like I said, she's kind of motherly. She's very kind. I actually call her, like, someone in the story would eventually say she has a heart of not gold, not diamond, but she has a heart of platinum. That's just literally to show just how pure-hearted this character is. No matter the bad things that happen or anything, she's always going to try to be there for somebody and always going to try to help them no matter what. She's also a major klutz. A major klutz of a character. But that's one of the things I also adore about her. She's just a massive klutz. And she can be a little goofy as well. She's literally just like a really awesome package, in my opinion, for like in terms of her personality. But let me show off the design real quick. And a boop. And here you go. Here is the full design of my girl Sheena. Meanwhile, I'm going to try to... Actually, I got to move her over because I can't see. We'll put her like right there until... And by the way, we actually had the weapon from Dynasty Wars. Like, we gave it its own design and everything, but we basically gave her like that kind of like that scythe, air quotes, from Dynasty Wars. I wanted her to keep that weapon. What's up, JL? Welcome to stream. What we're doing? Well, today I will do Zhu Chong. All right. All right. Let's see what we get for this last battle. Huh? Nope. You're nobody. Nope. That's Arcane's character. I was like, what? Nope. Can't do you yet. You need to be drawn. Sima Yi, silly man. You're not drawn, so unfortunately. Shin Ping. No, that's. You got some big personality. Yeah. We already did Suzaku. YouTube. Just put a B-E at the end, and then it's literally YouTube. Ha ha ha. That wasn't even meant to be a joke. I just noticed it. Lust, no. Swan. Who is this? Kublai? Was this a Fanlore character or something? Yeah, she got the beautiful booba. I don't remember. I don't know that character. We're going to get one. We're going to get one that's been drawn out. We're going to do it. 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 Okay, well, that doesn't help me in the slightest. Ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. Sometimes when they have question marks, it means that they're either a character I don't want to be shown off, or they're a character that they're a character that I just didn't think of a name for. Again, I don't know what that means. Oh, there was Yu Sheng. Wait, one more game, buddy. Oh, it's eh. I kind of want to name a character just eh. No. I still don't know what the hell that character was. Lighto. Chiuski! Oh my god, I haven't seen this character in ages. We'll do Chiuski. Hell yeah. I don't think I've ever shown off the character. I have, but it was years. I think it was like 2 years ago. Yu Ying would be proud of Sheena. Honestly, I think she would. You kind of spitting. Oh my god, I haven't shown off this character in God knows how long. Holy crappy-oly. It's honestly kind of cool because we brought up her brother, and now we can actually talk about her now. Here, I'll just do her design right now. I'll do the full body over here so y'all can see her. All right, OBS, calm down. OBS, there you go. All right, there we go. I'll keep this up until we get to the part. Is Foreya in there? Oh, Asuda's in the enemy side. Oh, yeah, there she is. This is a character I have not shown off in a hot minute. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I showed off this character. God, I haven't played with this character in ages. By the way, she has the Poogle sticks. Yeah, I guess we'll just do the what is it called? The misery stick? God damn. All right, Chiuski, you're supposed to be all upbeat. Why you gotta have misery? There isn't gonna be much depth to this character, so after I talk about her, we could I'll just talk about some other random stuff. Ah! My game case. Thankfully, I did not actually step on it. I don't know if I ever showed off the art, because I showed off Chiuski way before I actually... No, I don't know, actually. Did I ever show off this art? I could have sworn I did maybe once. I don't remember. It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. But don't worry, I'll take off the full body in just a minute. This is just to show off the design. She still looks really good. I like her. I love the character. The character is so lovable. I think I literally just started off the video with, this is literally your ideal best friend. And it's true. I'll go into it just in a moment. Yeah, no, Orochi, you're right. It's been a long, long time since I've shown off Chiuski. So it's not surprising that some people would see that as a... For those of you who are longtime HT fans. Or just fans of the community. Alright. Do that. And we will take her off for now. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Hang on, let me shrink it down a little bit more. Her whole ass head's like right there. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I've really shown off this character. Yeah, Sheena I've shown off more than once, I think. Chiuski, I think I've only shown off literally once. Here she is. This is what she originally looked like in Dynasty Warriors. This was actually, at the time, one of my all-time favorite characters to play as. I loved the Poogle sticks. I loved the design that she had. It's all good. Did we ever give her an antenna? Oh, no, we didn't. I didn't even think about that till now. Didn't we give someone else this antenna? Allie, do you remember? Did we ever give anybody the antenna on the head? Or the ahego? Whatever the hell it's called? Is that what it's called? Wait, that's not what it's called, is it? What's it called? Is that not what it's called? I think it's that. I don't know if I said it right, but... Did I? I don't know what it is. Yeah, she's got the little hair antenna on her head. I don't remember. Did we ever give this to a character, which is why I didn't do it? I don't remember. Huh. I can't remember for the life of me. All right, where am I going? Yeah, I don't remember either. I don't think we did. Ah, it's gone! Ah! And it's back. Yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, so weirdly enough, too, I remember the video now. I actually recorded the video on this stage. And I think this was like, I think I remember starting out the video with, this is my 4th time recording this video. Because back in the day, I was doing, because I record only off OBS back in the day. Before I started using the 4K recordings and whatnot. And my God, it was a pain in the ass to record videos at that time. Get off me, lady! Yeah, now it's raining, which kind of defeats the purpose of my freaking fire attack. But you know what? Suck it, loser. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. Yeah, this weapon's unfair. I remember this weapon still being annoying, but fun to play with. A Hoge. Is that what it's called? Is it a Hoge or a Hoji? Assuming it's a Hoge, right? Did I say something different? Oh God, did I say something questionable? Slagathor is the way. Is that word a questionable word to say? I'm starting to feel like there's one word that I feel like shouldn't be said. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about this character. So, do you guys remember that great character that I mentioned was one of my top favorites scene? This is his little sister. By little sister, I mean like she's only like a year younger. This is his sister. So for anyone who's curious about the hair color and everything, she inherits her mother's hair color, while Cian inherits their dad's hair color. Just in case anyone was curious. But yes, they are, and the eye color as well, by the way. But yeah, so these two, so Chiuski and Cian are literally just that, brother and sister. They're blood from the same parents and everything. Ah! Her personality actually does kind of work in a really good way in this game as well. Like, she is literally just a very fun person to be around. She'll be your best friend. She'll be your fucking wing girl / wingman. You know the term. Like, she'll try to get you hitched. She'll try to get you like with a dude or a chick. Like, she will be literally just that character. Like, I can't go too in depth with her because like she's really not that much of an in-depth character, but she is actually eventually to be one of the wives of one of the main boys in Hybrid's Tale, Hayate, who I don't think I've shown off yet. But you know what? While I'm doing this, might as well, right? Might as well show you Hayate at the meanwhile. Here, I'll do this real quick. Ready to go on a little trip? Ah, I can't see. Ah! Where's Hayate? Hayate! There he is. Yep, don't worry about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, Chiuski ends up marrying this lovable man right here, Hayate, who is, at the time, literally an assassin / kind of ninja for their group. Bitch mode, what's up? Long time no see. Welcome to the stream. We're doing well today. Yeah, she gets with Hayate, and that's actually where Hayate and Cian actually do become legitimate brothers. Hopefully brother and sister. Good lord. But Chiuski is the one who ends up falling in love and marrying Hayate later on in the story, and she is actually best friends with Sheena. She becomes good friends with Haruna, but her like main friendship is around Sheena. They literally become like sisters, like best friends and whatnot. Did I say one of the wives? Hayate only has one. It's only Chiuski. I may have said that wrong. But yeah, she's just... Oh, Hayate? Hayate do be quite stylish. Yeah, I love his design. His design is so good. Habity, babbity. But yeah, like, again, like, she's not a character that goes, like, super in-depth with, like, her story. She's literally just, like, I guess I could go a little bit more in-depth with, like, Cian for this instance. Like, Cian sees how, like, precious his sister is, like, how nice and everything she is. He actually, like, Chiuski is one of those very few that actually, like, really have Scene show his soft side. Like, Scene will do anything to protect his little sister. He loves his little sister. He doesn't show it, of course. He's like I said, he's basically that edgy kind of character who doesn't really show it too often, but he'll show a softer side and more calmer and nicer side towards Chiuski. No, it is not that kind of story, no. No, yeah, I don't think I have any stories involving, like, concubine and whatnot. There are things like arranged marriages and whatnot in this game, but or not in this game, in this story. But like aside from that, no, there's no like actual like concubines or anything like that. I don't go that crazy into it. Most of the time, the people only have like one wife. Light, Sheena, and Haruna are literally the only exception. They're the only ones who basically just had that pure love like three-way relationship. Yeah, it's perfect for mobility. And that's what she is. She's a mobility kind of character. So that's why I ended up thinking like this was perfect for her. Yeah, Hayate does look awesome. I appreciate the kind words. I love that design on him. Love DWA. Did so many right things with this game. Absolutely. I love DWA. It's still one of my favorites. I was actually playing a little bit of it on my vacation, and I was like, damn, this game's still fun. I did notice a little bit more and more of the hit detection people were talking about. The hit detection can seem a little off in that game, but it's still fun. Very fun. I was reliving through some of the stories with, like, I did it in free mode, though, so that way I could, like, use the older designs, and it was so fun. Well, it's not even because Light's protagonist. It's literally just... That's literally just how I wrote the characters. It's not because he's protagonist. It's just... That's just how the relationship ended up going, because I was like, fuck, do I have Light be with Haruna, or do I have Light be with Sheena? But then I was like, wait a second. The two of them love each other to death where they would protect one another. So why not actually just make it so all three of them have a mutual love for one another and then just do something like that? Yeah, Hayate, every character that you're seeing from the left side, and whenever I show one on like the front screen, are like my OC / characters I'm making for my story. My original story, may I add. Yeah, all the characters that you see from like the characters I've been playing as to the characters that I show on the left side of the screen are the full bodies of. Those are all my characters that I made and Alley Cat lovingly drew for me throughout the 2 years we've been knowing one another. Has it been 2 or 3 at this point? Because I know 2019, so like 2, right? We're working up to the 3 year. I'm just going by fast. It's so hard to keep track. Don't block me. How dare? Don't ever block me again. But yeah, as I said, like, I can't... It's hard to go too in-depth with this character. Like I said, she's just a lovable character. That's really all she's meant to be. She's just meant to be that lovable character. Like, she does have a big... She does play a big part when, like, scenes of antagonists in the story. But aside from that, and I'm not going to go in depth with that either, but aside from that, like, she's not someone who plays a drastic role in the story, but, like, again, she's there to be, like, that wife to Hayate, to be that supporting wife, and be that supporting sister to the scene, as well as be that best friend to Sheena and all that. Like, she's just all around basically there to just be that amazing support kind of character for them. Have I started writing it? Yeah, I've been starting writing it bit by bit, yeah. I was mainly, like, within these recent years, but in, like, the planning process. But, yeah, I've been doing, like, I've at least I've at least written down, like, what I'm going to be doing out of the story, and it's basically set in stone. I have a definitive beginning, middle, and end of all 3 stories. And if I ever feel like adding anything, I could always, like, put it in that stuff. But, yeah, I've been writing it mostly throughout majority of the time. It's basically been the rough draft, but, like, my official final bid has been, like, basically, like, I'm working on that one little by little. But it's mostly because, like, I'm still working on the rough draft part of it, basically. So, yeah, I've written a shitload for it, or typed a shitload for it. It's just, I haven't done, like, the definitive edition of it yet, you know? Where's this guy going? Hey! Hey! Where you going, bitch? boom, 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 boom. Yeah, also, well, I can't show off all 3 because we still need to work on Azura. He will be the next commission. I just need to get his ref sheet done. By the way, Arcane, I do want to say thank you a lot for that, like, birthday gift, basically. Like, you're really awesome for that. Thank you. You've really been actually helping me a lot with, like, financially as well with that. Like, I am very blessed to have a friend like that, so thank you. DW9 Empires only has only 700 characters you can choose to play as. Wait, what? Hold on, I'll read that in more in depth in just a second. I was getting my ass whooped there. I have some OCs I'm sketching at the moment as well. I created some of them in Soul Calibur 6. Yeah, that's honestly, that's how it starts for me. That's how it started for me. I just started making characters in Dynasty Warriors games, and I was like, fuck this. I'm going to make it like, I started doing, like, backstories for them a little bit here and there. I was like, well, fuck this. I'm going to make it, I'm going to make this into a story. And then it's been, like, one of my life's work so far. Along with, like, my job and then doing this for streaming and doing all that stuff. It's been fun. It's been very fun. Oh! But yeah, I think I mentioned the other 2 characters that we're going to be doing. So, oh my god! So the next 2 characters that we have officially planned out. Fucking get away from me! Get away from me, please! Alright, let me read this real quick before it goes too far away. I don't know if you already knew this, but DW9 only has 700 characters. You can choose to play as one of them. What do you mean by that? Don't touch me. Like, don't do it. Don't do it, you bitch. You did it. I can't believe it. I can't believe the utter audacity. I remember getting the first perspective of Dakiao's Muso. Needed a barf pack afterwards. Oh, when you're caught in it, it sucks. It sucks a lot. But yeah, the next 2 characters that are going to be worked on, I want to put one as a priority. Not one. I mean, like, one after these 2. There is one more I want to put over priority, and I was kind of talking about it already with Alley Cap before. I didn't mention about the priority part, but it's actually Kudu. There's a whole revision of Kudu that has been in my head for the longest, not for the longest, like, actually it was during vacation. And for the longest time during my vacation, I was like, it's sparked. So the song we were listening to at the very beginning of the stream was actually, I'll play it again before we leave. But like that one's just for some reason just started giving me Kudu vibes. And I was like, wait a second. This is giving me inspiration for Kudu. I have ideas. Something's happening within me and I love it. Don't touch me, boy! Hey, it's the young Azura, actually. Too bad he's not going to look like that. I'm kidding. That's not too bad. I'm not liking that hair. It's unique in this game, but I'm liking how we're going to approach him in HT 1,000-fold. Fire attack! Ha 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 ha! Why do I sound like that? 700 available characters in the game, and you can choose one of them to play as. Or choose OC character. Oh, okay, I get what you mean. I mean, that's. Well, yeah, because that includes the generics, right? So they allowed so you could place generics in that game. For some reason, I felt like they weren't going to let you. So if that is the case, then that is awesome. Did they mention how many characters you can make in the game? I don't want it to be a limited number. I want to be able to have like a crap ton of slots, so I can like make characters from this. Like they had like what felt like definitely over 100 slots in this game. Music's so epic. Where is Azura, dude? I'm trying to kick his ass here. Oh, there he is. Ugh. Wait. Boink. There we go. Oh, Chiuski, I love you. Look at her cuteness. It's adorable. But yeah. No, I mean, like, that's cool, because, like, I'm hoping that they can, I hope they do give us, like, as many, like, character slots in this game as they did in, or so, like, I hope they put as many character slots in this game into Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires. Because if they don't, it's going to be really lackluster for me, because that's one of the selling points for me right now, is the character creator, because the character creator so far looks pretty damn awesome. But I need more looks at it, and I need to see how many characters you can make. I don't know if they confirmed that or not, but if they have a small amount, that's going to be pretty lackluster. Because I want to be able to make a shit ton. Like a crap ton. Music definitely helps you brainstorm some creative ideas. Absolutely. Because, like, here, you know what? We'll show off, here's one more look at, that's Hayate. Never mind. I was about to say, here's one more look at Chiuski. I was wrong. Because, here, let's go over to Almiza's art. So this is what Kudu technically looks like right now. And I do love the design. I do love it. I love how she looks. But I'm in that arc with her where I'm like, she could be better. And now I feel like we're actually starting to approach something that could be Ultimate Edition Kudu. If not, we'll say Definitive Edition. But right now, this Kudu, again, I like this Kudu a lot. This Kudu looks really good. I love her look. I love the short hair with the hair blocking her eye. Look, makes her kind of like mysterious. But there's actually something I want to do that's actually not going to make her look the way she does here. So I think I could actually show her off in here. Let me see real quick. So this is, honestly, in this game, I still love how she looks in this game because she looks like a freaking beauty in this game. She looks like a beauty there as well on the right side. But I mean, there she is. There's the beaut. Like, there she is right there. That's the outfit that I originally gave her in Dynasty Warriors. And I think she looks beautiful. I think this is still one of the most hands-down greatest characters that I made in this game. And now I want to be able to give her that kind of vibe, that kind of, like, happiness in my story. But right now, like, again, she looks great. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like I could do better. And this was before, like, we were, like, on a roll with, like, designs and whatnot. Because I really do feel like, at this point, what I'm picturing for her, and this is actually pretty cool, is I love the idea of it, too. Like, I want to try to keep, like, the bow in her hair, maybe. I'm not sure, but, like, give her long hair again. The long hair I really do want to bring back. But instead of having the hair just cover an eye, I actually want her to just have, like, normal long hair. But, like, obviously have it a little bit more styled and everything. But, like, have her with normal long hair, but with, like, not a bandage, but, like what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, Take 2B, for instance, in 9S from Nier Automata. They have that, like, thing that's, like, covering their eyes. I can't think of the word for the life of me, and I absolutely hate it. But, like, they have, like, something covering their eyes. That's what I want to give to Kudu. I want to be able to have her have that instead. And we also have her maybe in some, like, different kind of, like, robes or whatnot as well. Something that can be a little bit more mobile, but still something that can, like, give her that, like, beauty, like, mischief, like mysterious kind of vibe, you know? Because she's also got to have those kinds of things to also make her seem like she's still a strategist. Because for those who don't know, this character, she is indeed a strategist. So that's what I want to be able to try to do with her. No. I'm not changing the color palette. I'm changing her completely. Like, again, I love this look, but I'm in one of these things where I want, blindfold. That's the word. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Like a blindfold. Like, it's like a thin material because, like, the thing I have for her, for the reason why she's covering her eye is actually because it has an interesting kind of eye. That eye can allow you to see hallucinations, your most traumatic events in your past, or your most fearful things for the future. That is literally what her eye does. It is literally something to, like, put something over on somebody else. So that's why it happens. But instead of just having the one eye, I kind of want it to be both her eyes. And that's why instead, instead of just having, like, maybe just a regular eye patch, she could have both her eyes like that, and then they could just be blindfolded. It's still like that kind of like thing where they could have like 9S and 2B be able to see with the blindfold on. She's gonna have like those kind of like special eyes, or even just the material of the blindfold is so thin that she could see through it or something like that. But I probably would try to aim more towards just like her eyes being that special, but like she could see through the blindfold and then like also be able to do all this stuff with her eyes and everything as well. But like that's why she would have to keep her eyes blindfolded so nobody can look at her eyes unless it's someone who's a threat, and then she does it. But it's I really want to go towards that again, give her like some kind of long hair again, because I do actually really miss her with the long hair. Again, I love how she looks, but at the same time I want to be able to do something even more for her, because I feel like I could do this character way more justice than what I did prior. That's just how I feel about it. Like again, I love it. I love her. She was my favorite in Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires for the longest time, but I feel like I can do more for her. And honestly, I feel like with what I'm having in mind here, and again, I'll put the song back on as well for those of you who were curious, because it's honestly right there. Okay, you didn't restart. I'm upset. There we go. So this song really, I don't know why, just this song in particular, just like when I heard it, when I laid down for a minute, when I was taking a break from the game, but it was still playing in the background, I was like, holy crap. Something's popped in my head where I can do something with this character. This seems incredible. All the stuff that I was talking about with her, with the blindfold, the design change, and even her, not even her backstory, like her backstory would still stay the same, but more depth to it. Because again, this was one of my favorite characters ever. But I just kept starting to look at her, and I was like, something could be a little bit more here. And that's kind of disappointing. So I want to be able to, like, give her more mystique. I want to make her look even more unique than she does now. Like, she looks good, yeah, but I feel like there should be something more, you know? So that's why I just want to try my best. I want to do my damnedest to try to make it so this character can go back up on that ladder to where she originally was. I guess you could kind of say, like, I guess I'm still working that out with, like, the whole telepath thing and everything. Like, again, obviously she does the hallucination of, like, oh, here's your most traumatic scene in the past. Here's something you're most fearful for. Like, that's, like, yeah, so I guess, yeah, telepath, yeah, in a way. But I feel like she'd have to give eye contact to the person first, and then she herself sees it as well. Like, oh, so this is what they're fearful of. Because at the time, she wouldn't know. But if she looks into their eye, if someone looks into her eyes, I should say, then she sees it. And that could also work around with her as well. This is what makes her a very good and also very dangerous strategist as well. Because if she's able to make contact with somebody, by the way, just since we're on the topic of Kudu, I'm going to show off another character as well. Because this actually does kind of go into it as well with what happens here with Kudu. So let's bring in, where is she? Where's her rival? Where's the rival? Who's also Scene's Goyle. Up. There she is. And fit the screen. There we go. Well, actually, hang on. Let's make this a little more accurate. There we go. That's accurate. Kusumi's a small girl, by the way. But, yeah, so this is someone who actually does give Kudu a lot of trouble. And let me just say real quick, Kudu is... Basically, you could kind of say she's, for Dynasty fans, she's the Zhuge Liang of, like, the era. I would say Kasumi for someone, like, she's gifted, but at the same time, she's someone who studies hard, works hard as crazily as possible to become the strategist for Scene. You could kind of say she's basically the Sima Yi. So these two basically go back and forth when they're battling one another. So for Kudu, she is someone who... So for Kudu, Kasumi is someone who gives her a lot of troubles. So how do you counteract that? Knowing Kasumi's biggest traumatic event or her worst fears. So that's what she does. And that's what makes her the most dangerous of strategists in my story. She's someone who eventually will be able to see what you're most fearful of if you look into her eyes. and then she can use that to work around to put you off your game, or even put you in a trap that puts you in that scenario of like, oh fuck, they just put me in my worst case scenario of like being fearful of something and whatnot. Yeah, seeing the mind of others, basically. Yeah, like she can't really like. That's the thing. Like she can't just like look into like see everything. She can't read people. That's just all based off of her brilliance. The only thing that she could see, and that's why she sees it as a blessing and a curse, because she herself sees it. She doesn't experience it. When you're in that hallucination, you don't precisely experience it, or she doesn't. She just sees it, but she still sees the traumatic event that happened. So, in a way, it's kind of like, it can kind of like be a downfall for Kudu at the same time, which is why at the time, she calls it a bit of a curse that she has eyes like that, but it can also be seen as a blessing because she can use that to work against her opponents and whatnot. No, it's not projecting it. What she can do is make a scenario, do a strategy where a scenario of like that can get them off their game. Like, let's just take, this isn't true, but let's say Kasumi right here is somebody who is fearful of fire. Oh, all right. We'll do a fire attack on her because she hates fire. We were able to lock eyes with one another, and I could see her traumatic past. I could see I could see like what she's most fearful of or what she is afraid of in the future. That's the kind of thing. It's only things that are traumatic or fearful. Those are the only things that Kudu can project off to people. So in a way, yeah, I mean, she sees people's fears like Scarecrow, but she can't actually make, like, she can't like just do like, oh, here's some tear gas and then you're scared. Like, people can just like shake that off if they want to, but like, yeah, like she can kind of look into their memories. If it's something that they are most fearful of, let's just put fear into there. If it's something that's fearful, if it's the most fearful thing to them, that is what she sees. So she doesn't really learn too much about the person aside from what they're most fearful of. So again, Kudu sees that through her eyes, as well as the person who is seeing it through their eyes. So in a way, it's like, it's not the greatest thing for Kudu because it can really fuck with her mind as well and probably add on to the more fears. But that's the kind of curse that I want to put on her. She's not meant to be a whole blessed character. She's meant to be a sad kind of character. That's why I want to be able to give her the blindfold. It feels like she can never show off her eyes to anybody. Unless someone has been able to champion through that kind of vision and see through it and just go through it like a champion, she can't show her eyes to anybody. She feels she always has to be blindfolded and away from the world and see the world in black and white because no one's allowed to see her true face, like see her whole face. So again, and the reason she has those eyes is also sad, but I don't want to get too into it because I actually want to save that for a backstory one day. But for now, when she's introduced into the story, she's actually someone who's known as a witch who is in a forest. And in that forest, or in the center of that forest, there is a village. And she's basically the overseer of that forest and the village. That's when she actually becomes the strategist for Light. Because he goes through the forest, goes through some traumatic stuff, like seeing stuff through her eyes and everything, and through the witchcraft that she does, basically, with her eyes. And he ends up going through that. He braves through his fears, or his traumatic past, or whatever, and she ends up becoming impressed with that. And she's one of the people that can actually show her eyes off to Light, because it's a one-and-done thing. She can't do it again a second time. That's another thing as well, because honestly, if you did it like more than once, that'd be pretty OP'd. So it's something that she can only do once at a time. So that's one of the drawbacks as well. She only can do it one time at somebody, but at the and again, this is just an idea. This is just me thinking this might be a good idea to do, and I'm not sure yet. But I need to wrap up soon because I'm about to watch a pay-per-view and I need to eat dinner. But yeah, like that's just how she is. So she can like see those fears, and then she can like work around that in her strategies, basically. Like again, say Kasumi was afraid of fire. Oh God, look at that fire! Or maybe it's like, I know it's war, but like she's afraid of blood. Oh my God, a bloodbath just randomly appeared out of nowhere. Like that's just how it is. She looks at these memories. Does she become traumatized herself, or is she at the point where she's been used to trauma? It's kind of a mixture. It depends on the trauma. So if Kudu sees something that she's never seen in her life, she'll get scarred by that probably, or she'll be fearful of that as well. Like she gets caught in that as well by seeing that. That's why I said it's a curse as well. It's a gift and a curse. She hides her eyes because she doesn't want anybody to see it. So she herself doesn't really have to go through it, but she'll do it if it's necessary. But there will be moments where she sees something that she is fearful of, or maybe it might be something familiar to her that she thinks is like, fuck, that reminds me of my past or something I'm fearful of. It'll affect her as well. That's why she hates her own. That's why she hates her eyes. I'm going to give a keyword here. She's envious. She's envious because she feels like she needs to cage herself. She needs to blindfold herself. It's kind of like a Gios. It's used once. It's used once per person. I'm kind of tempted to make it either once or twice. I know the one-time deal is like the best kind of, like, it's normally like the more popular option, but who knows? There might be a moment where I decide, like, maybe I should do it maybe once or twice, or maybe not have a limit to it. I don't know. Yeah, she does it rarely. She does not do it, like, that's why when she tries to take advantage, she uses her own brilliant mind. She is a brilliant mind. She's one of the most brilliant. Her and Kasumi are literally the most brilliant in the land. Kasumi because she's Kudu. Well, let's just say take this. Kudu because she's literally she's done her studies and all that, but she is just naturally gifted as a genius. Kasumi had to work for it. That's basically that. She's really badass. She might be my favorite so far. That's why I want to... That's why she's one of the ones I want to put priority after the next two characters. So, I didn't mention the next two characters as well. The next two characters are going to be Azuda, who is the main character for the first story. And then, it's going to be one of the very overlong characters. Lady Sundari, if you're here, I'm so sorry it took so long. The next one after that is going to be Mirabelle. So, actually, let me show off the character. You know what? We have her on Fanlore Friday. We had her on Fanlore Friday. Hey man, let me move Kudu out of the way a little bit. Alright, let's see if I can find I can't see Kasumi. Wrong character. There we go. There she is. Ooh, that's a good idea, Arcane. Yeah, I like that idea. That actually might be a really good idea, yeah. That's perfect, because honestly, that can also stick to her as well. Like, that kind of fearful thing of her just not wanting to see other people's eyes, because they're like, fuck, what if they develop a new fear now? And I look at them in the eyes. I like that idea. That's a great idea. That is a really good idea. I like that. So by the way, real quick, this character is the second one after Azuda that we're going to be working on. It is Mirabelle. She's not going to look like this. She is going to be better than Dynasty Warriors. Better than Dynasty Warriors. I know Lady Sundari is okay with me saying that because she said, make her better than what they offered us in this game. And I was like, you got it. It's been mostly planned out. And I'm excited to eventually have Mirabelle finally be part of this HT family. But yeah, there you go. But yeah, let me, for one last hurrah, let me show off the main characters aside from Azuda. Because eventually we were going to get him drawn. But let me show off the main characters for my stories, and then we will wrap it up. Light, why are you small? There we go. But yeah, so I think after was my favorite what is my all-time favorite extra mode in any Warriors game? Ooh. It's probably basic, but I really loved Simmer Wars 2's survival mode. Their survival mode had like a whole story behind it and everything, and I thought that was one of the coolest things. SW4 kind of had one too. It just wasn't as like, it was way more straightforward and you could just do a bunch, but in Simmer Wars 2's survival mode, you could do so much cool stuff in it, so I'd probably say survival mode. Survival mode was really fun. Maybe eventually we'll do a stream for solely on survival mode. There we go. Hang on, let me make this a little canon. There we go. This is when she's like 19, I think, if my memory is correct. If you made a game with these characters, would it be an RPG, hack and slash, etc.? I feel like it'd probably fit in a hack and slash more. Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Like RPGs are cool. RPGs are nice, but honestly, I could feel like it more action. You kind of get like Hell, no, let's take it this way. It could either be a Warriors game or maybe even a Naruto Ninja Storm game. I think that one of those would be really cool. Because, like, the Ninja Storm games gave such cool, in-depth, like... They gave such cool, in-depth boss fights. And that's the kind of thing that I want to see for, like, these kinds of battles. But at the same time, it's weird. Like, the combat... I don't know if any of you have played Metal Gear Rising. The combat, I would kind of want it to be kind of like that. With, like, you got to time your blocks and everything perfectly. And then be able to do, like, cool attacks and whatnot. But then at the same time... Like, what I envision is a mixture of, like, Metal Gear Rising combat along with the different kind of styles, like in Yakuza. Like, one in... Like, Zero and one Kiwami. And then the boss fight kind of stuff from Naruto Ninja Storm. Those are probably my favorite things I would try to put in the game. Now, how it would be, like, with all that, I don't know. How it would be, like, I've even imagined it as an RPG, because, like, I tend to think of, like, Persona stuff. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool. But, like, I feel like I think it should be an action kind of game. A hack and slash. Okay, but real quick, yeah, I need to hurry because I need to have lunch before this pay-per-view starts. So real quick, I do want to show up. I'll do a proper video to show them off eventually. But these two characters here that you are seeing are my main characters of two of my stories. Again, Azura has not been done yet, but when he is, I'll be sure to show all three of them and maybe do a proper video of it. But as of right now, these are my two characters. Light being the character on the left here, the character of Hybrid's Tale, him being the hybrid, part dragon. And then this character right here, Maiko, who is, years later, the successor / student of Light. So this is her actually when she is around 19 years old. This is when Light is around 20, 21 and stuff like that. Like, I tend to have it like in his young 20s. So this would be Light when he's in HT. I don't have a design yet for him when he's going to be in Legacy of the Hybrid, which is the story of Maiko. But yeah, this is going to be Light's student, and she actually has all her age progressions done. She has it when she's like a kid. This is her when she's a young adult, and then she has one when she's a full-fledged adult. So we do have all three of those designs, but I won't show them all off right now. But I did want to at least show off these two characters because these are the main characters of my story. But yeah, there they are. They're my babies. My babies are right here. Light, Maiko, and then we got Chiuski over there in the corner. But all right, everybody. I think that is going to be a wrap on the stream. I want to say real quick, it is really good to be back in streaming again. It'll be even nicer when I have an actual good night's sleep because the bed at that place was terrible on my back and I was not able to sleep. But now that I'm home, got back in my nice bed, nice memory foamed bed and everything, infused with green tea and all that kind of jazz. It'll be so much nicer to finally get a good night's sleep because I need it. But yeah, so again, everybody, it's good to be back. It's great to be back. Thank you all so much for tuning into today's stream. I don't know what will be happening tomorrow. It'll either be Dead Space or I'll just stream something random tomorrow. But expect to stream probably, most likely. Appreciate all the love, all the chatting in the chat, hitting the like button and all that. Greatly appreciate all the support that y'all keep showing. Hope you all have a great rest of your day and or evening. Again, it is good to be back, and I will see you all in the next one. Farewell.